To me, there's nothing complicated about ordinary equality. Alice Paul. The women's movement started to develop around the early 1900s as women began to fight for the ability to vote, a right that should be granted upon every United States citizen. With the goal of equality most pertaining to the stride towards suffrage, the women's movement saw many powerful leaders from Florence Kelley to Susan B. Anthony. However, the women's movement began to gain popularity and momentum when recent college graduate Alice Paul began to organize instances of civil disobedience throughout Washington. These acts granted Alice Paul with the reputation of being a radical, willing to go to any lengths to gain the right to vote. Alice Paul's civil disobedience included chaining herself to the White House fence and participating in hunger strikes while imprisoned. These strikes often led to force feedings, in which many suffragists and civilians believed to be torture and cruel. Other than her radical stance to protesting, Alice Paul was also known for her leadership with the National Women's Party. The party helped arrange the first ever women's suffrage parade in 1913. More than 8,000 individuals marched, and the parade drew a crowd of over 10,000 spectators. With such a large spectacle, the persistency of women across the country, the powerful men, including the current president at the time, Woodrow Wilson, would no longer turn a blind eye to the suffrage movement. Almost 7 years later, the women of the United States gained the right to vote with the addition of the 19th Amendment to the Constitution. This amendment was enacted almost 98 years ago, and women today continue to fight. But what does our fight look like today?
Today, women are still fighting for a lot: equal pay, equal rights in government, and representation around the world.
Females are still fighting today to have their voice heard in the same volume men's voices are heard.
In sports, so we're treated just as equal as men. For equal pay in the workplace.
So that women have equal representation in media, business, anything, the same as men do.
Females are strong, independent leaders.
As women, we are here to stay. We deserve these rights. We understand that we deserve these rights, and we will continue to fight until we are entirely equal.
Females fight for the same opportunities in the workplace, for better sexual harassment laws, and to be taken seriously.
The future is
The future is female.
The future is female.
The future is female.
The future is female.
The future is female.